and welcome back to my channel. So, as promised, today we're going to be talking about how to create video content. I've raved about the powers of it and how great it is and what it can do and why you should do it. So now I'm going to give you the tools that you need to actually be able to action it and to put into practice some of the things that we've talked about. The very first thing I'm going to say is your first video will probably suck. My first video sucked, and not even on this channel. My first video for YouTube that I made was when I was 15, 16, and good luck finding it because it's definitely hidden. But I say this not to dishearten you, I say this to keep you realistic. People aren't straight away great at everything. You can't pick up a guitar and suddenly know how to play it. I'm trying to avoid cliches, but practice makes perfect. You probably will make your first video and you'll try and edit it and you'll be like, oh God, I hate the sound of my voice. That angle does me no favours. And you'll probably think it's boring and dull and you won't want to put it out. But I really, hand on heart, have to try and push this home. It'll be a lot better than you think it will be. It'll probably suck, but if you're sharing a message that will kind of give value, even if that's in an entertainment factor to people watching on the other side, they will like it. Regardless of how badly you'll cringe about it in a year from now, they will like it. So the first step really is to get started. Whether you are good or bad, it's to get started. So there's a few different options that I want to talk you through. The first option is a video like this, a kind of sit down, set up video with a camera in front of you, a bullet pointed list of notes that you want to talk through, and it's a little bit more formal, but it gives you the opportunity to edit what you say, to do multiple takes, and even to kind of perfect things after the fact. And this is probably the type of video that is most intimidating to people. No one really likes to sit and talk to a camera lens, especially for the very first time. It can be intimidating and it feels a little bit alien, if I'm honest, even for me, and I've done it hundreds of thousands of times. Like right now I am looking at you, right? But for me, I'm looking at the writing on top of my camera that says 18-55mm, and it's a bit strange because I'm talking to these letters, but I'm talking to you. It's a lot, and people do need some adjustment time to get used to it. So I would actually recommend that if you've never been on camera before, to avoid something like this and to instead ease yourself in a little gently. So my first request for you is going to be to pick up your smartphone. You don't need a tripod, you don't need anything other than the Instagram app. And I'm going to ask you to make a video Instagram story. And I'm actually going to do it with you right now. So grab it, we're going to do it within the next 20 seconds. You're going to have made your first video to promote your business. Now, I want you to have some kind of idea of what you're going to say, but I don't want you to be scripted. So what I've kind of done is like, okay, I'm going to introduce the fact that I'm filming some videos and remind my audience for my business page to keep an eye out. But for you, whatever your topic may be, just do that. Just come up with a bullet point of something you're going to speak about, but not word for word what you're going to say. And then we're going to take our camera, we're going to lift it up nice and high so the angle isn't too unflattering, and we're going to quickly just post it. We're not going to watch it back. No subtitles, no nothing. We just want to get you to get the ball rolling. Ready? Hi everyone, I just wanted to send a really quick message and kind of say hi and remind you all that I've been posting a couple of YouTube videos on the Red blog, on our website, and on a YouTube channel where I'm giving away free marketing tips. So if you're at all interested in that, come check it out. I'm filming something right now about the power of video marketing. Done. It's as simple as that. It takes a couple of seconds. I've got it muted right here. I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to hit send. So this is one of the lowest kind of point of entries with video creation. And this is a thing that I ask all of my consultancy clients to do when they're asking me about strategy and how to incorporate video. The next step that I encourage you to do if you struggle with the kind of perfectionism is live video. I say that because I recommend it to people because it's a great way to kind of just sit down, you hit live and it's going. You can't turn back from that point. You're recording it and you can repurpose it later to be short snippets, or you can share the link to the original live and kind of respread that video. But it takes away the element of kind of sitting and reviewing what you're doing. It just goes straight out. It's not edited. I will say it's a great way to kind of gain engagement, gain followers on both Facebook and Instagram, and even Twitter to some extent. Doing things like this also kind of go back to that previous point I did on my social media 101 video, which I'll pop, I think it's on this side, maybe this side, a card to, where I discussed kind of using every element of a platform. So by using features like Instagram stories and Instagram live, you're more likely that the platform will increase your reach and the algorithm will kind of work in your favor. And now I mentioned it briefly, but another option that you could look into if you're considering creating video content but you're not really sure about being on camera is to do something like a webinar where your face maybe isn't even on the screen, but you're talking somebody through a presentation that you've created, you're recording your voice and some picture to go along with, but not necessarily your face. This is really great for service-based businesses that maybe don't have a product to share or a particular product to give, but they can talk through their services and the outcomes and the different options on a PowerPoint presentation, and then it takes the pressure off showing your face. It's even more separated. But to kind of contradict myself again, this isn't always the best way, because I think some of the power in video is being able to connect eye to eye with your user. So just consider the pros and cons of that one. But if this is the route you want to go down, I would 100% recommend a platform like Google Meet, which is currently free if you're watching this at the time of publication. Because of coronavirus and lockdown, Google have actually made their Meet platform, their Google Hangouts alternative, free. So you can go ahead and record on there, or even something like Zoom. You only get 45 minutes, but I'm sure that'll be plenty for your first video. And now finally, I talked about this first, but we're going to come and loop back around to this kind of sit down chat style video. It's definitely a great way to connect face to face with your users, and I would really recommend it if you're comfortable. But I'm going to say you do need some kind of equipment. I would really suggest getting a camera if you can, even if it's the lower end of the scale, or at least maybe a tripod for your smartphone to be able to prop it up in an area where you can you don't have to hold it. When creating video like this, what I will always say is kind of 1, 2, 3 go editing, where step 1, I take out all of the dead space. Anything that is silence or stuttering or false clips, just take them away. Don't think about it. Don't watch the video in its entirety to see if it's good. Just speed through using the arrow keys and see what needs to get cut, and cut it. Step 2, add your intros and outros and kind of create a bit more of a storyline with what you're doing, including any graphics if you've got them, if you've got the capability to make them. And step 3 is to mess with the audio and the colour correcting if you really need to. And then go. I hate to say it, but I don't actually watch my videos in their entirety before I post them. And that's because I know I won't post them if I do that. I've tried it multiple times and probably about 50 videos have ended up in the recycle bin on my computer. So if you struggle with creating video content and having the confidence to push it out there, my best tip is to try not to think about it. A lot of the time this stems down to like, what will other people think of seeing me on video? What will people think about what I look like? What will they think about what I say? Do I sound like I know what I'm talking about? And ultimately, if you're making a video about something, if you can sit there and talk about a topic for 5, 10, 20 minutes or longer, you know enough about it to post the video. And there's probably going to be people who don't like it or disagree with you, but that's fine, because there's going to be lots of people who either find your video useful or find a company that they've been looking for ages and finally make the leap to becoming your customer. So I want you to weigh up the pros and cons here and just consider, if you've been on the fence about like, oh, should I, shouldn't I, for a long time, just give it a shot and see what it gets you. If it doesn't work, you don't have to do it again. You can delete it. It's not the end of the world. So I really hope that's helped, and I hope that you're gonna click off of this video now and go and get your own cameras out and try and keep up with it. That's the hardest thing, if I'm honest, is to make the time to do it regularly. But that's all for me for today. I could give you another video talking about how to decide what to say in your videos and the kind of storytelling element of video creation if you'd like me to. If that's something that you're interested in, put a thumbs up on this video or drop a comment below. I've got a couple of other topics up my sleeve at the minute that I'm going to be making content about. I'm also going to be giving you a bit of a behind the scenes into what a team meeting for Red Digital looks like, what we do, what we talk about, and how we prepare for our clients. So keep your eyes peeled and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. But for now, I'm going to sign off and catch you all next week.